Hi, third graders. Welcome back. We're getting to the end of the year. In fact, today we are going to talk about chapter 18, which is on the last two of the 7 sacraments. And these, we've already talked about the sacraments of initiation and the sacraments of healing. So these last 2 sacraments are the sacraments of service. So the first one is matrimony, also known as marriage. And that's when a man and a woman fall in love and they come to church to be married before God, and they make a vow, which is a promise. And in their promise, they promise to love each other and care for each other and to make sacrifices for each other and to welcome children that the Lord blesses them with, and also to teach the children about God. And as a family, to serve others. So within your family, you also help others as well. We've been talking about service during Lent. So this is a very special sacrament. And the nice thing about it is that your parents know that God is going to be in their marriage with them, and that they're going to be in the family together. And so as a family, besides serving each other and helping each other and loving each other, hopefully your family also goes out and prays together and serves other people. You know, you can look in the church paper today and you will discover that there's lots of different ways that you can serve other people who need help. So that's one. And then if you decide not to receive the sacrament of matrimony, you might decide to receive the sacrament of holy orders. Holy orders is when a man also takes a vow to live his life for God, for God's church, and for all the people in the church. Those people, his church is like his main family. Now, this could be the Pope, who, as you know, is a church. He's the head of the church in the whole world. And then we have cardinals and bishops and archbishops and priests and deacons. And of course, we know at our church, Our Lady of Victory, that Father Dennis is our priest. He's our pastor. He is in charge of Our Lady of Victory. And so as that leader, as a priest of Our Lady of Victory, he performs masses. He gives wonderful homilies. For those of you who come to church often on Sunday, you know Father Dennis will give us a choice of which story we want him to tell. And they're always very good, with a very wonderful lesson of how we could be better people. He also performs the sacraments, and he guides us, and you can go talk to him if you have a problem. He visits people who need him at the hospital or even at their houses. And he helps to plan many of the activities around our parish that help us to be better people and that help us to help other people. In addition, we have Deacon Fred and Deacon Rick, and they also assist Father Dennis. Although, unlike Father Dennis, they also have other families. Deacons can get married. And as deacons, they assist Father Dennis and any other priest on the altar with during Mass, help them out. Sometimes they read the gospel. They can assist with marriage and baptism. They also plan a lot of the activities, and you can talk to them also if you need some help. So you may decide as you grow older either to receive the sacrament of matrimony and get married and have a family and serve God that way, or you may decide that you would like to be a priest and serve the parish and those people, or a deacon. And then you kind of have both sacraments. Now, even if you don't want to receive either of those 2 sacraments, though, God wants us, and you too, to serve others also. So even as a single person, you can help others out, you can pray in church for others, and you can do a lot of wonderful things that way as well. So speaking of serving others, let's think about Lent, because that's one of the things we're really working hard on to do. I want to talk briefly about your flip charts that we made in class. And these, remember, were some things we were going to try to do during Lent to become better people so that at the end of Lent, we are holier, we are better, and we have some wonderful new habits in serving others and thinking of others. So you were going to try and do as many of these ideas as you could, and I hope that's going well for you. I had another idea that every time you do one of these, you may want to put a little cross on the back so you can keep track of how you're becoming a better person. And then when Easter comes, you can look at all those and see how much you have improved and how much better of a person you've become. So keep working at those and become a better person during Lent. Now, I have one more thing I want to give you a tip on regarding Lent and becoming a better person. And we're going to do this instead of a prayer today. And I want to tell you about making a U-turn. Now, think about, have you ever been driving with your parents? Maybe you've been going on vacation or somewhere else, and your parents realize they're going the wrong way in the car. What do? Well, they stop, of course. But they don't just stop. They actually make a U-turn, which looks like this. It's like a U. And they turn around and go back the right way. Well, that's one of the things that you can get in the habit of during Lent. Because sometimes it will be hard to do these things, and you might maybe lose your temper. You might maybe be a little selfish and not want to help somebody. Or you might be a little selfish and not want to go out of your way to write a letter to someone or do what your mom says. Sometimes those things will happen. And we did talk about them in class, remember, and how we have to be persistent even when it gets hard. So when we find we're doing the wrong thing, we need to remember to stop, do a U-turn, be sorry, realize you've made a mistake, and then change your ways to the right way. So I hope you will remember that little tip. I got that tip from my Max Lucado book called Grace for the Moment, which I enjoy a lot. So keep going with those Lenten activities that you've planned, and all the way to Easter. And I hope you have a wonderful Easter after Lent. And I've enjoyed giving these presentations. And thank you again. And we'll see you for the next video. One more. Bye.